All right, February 1st marks the beginning of Black History Month. I wonder how many of you actually know that there's anything, called Black History Month. Each year, a few weeks is set aside to focus on the historical hindsight on the contributions that people of African descent have made.
And Americans have recognized Black history annually since the year 1926, first as Negro History Week and later as Black History Month. All too often, only the most negative aspects of their African-American culture, communities, and even Africa gets highlighted. People of the African descent have been labeled with unfair stereotypes in spite of the immense contributions of the Black race all over the world.
Yes, indeed. But while not everyone agrees that Black History Month is a good thing, it is an opportunity to honor the too often neglected accomplishments of the Black race in every area of endeavor throughout our history. Now, the commemoration of Black history is not as widely recognized in Africa as it is in the United States of America. But countries like the United Kingdom, Canada, and the Republic of Ireland have all officially embraced this observance. Okay, we have joining us now the Chief Executive Officer, Black History Awards, Ogaba Prosper. Good morning and thanks for joining us.
Good
yes.
morning.
Thank you very much. Like we pointed out earlier, I mean, not too many people really understand, the whole essence of setting aside a whole month to draw attention to the achievements and the bright lights in African, history, both home and abroad. Talk to us about this. Okay, it doesn't seem like Ogaba heard me. Did you hear my question?
Can you come again? Come
Okay,
again with
all
your
right.
question.
I'll just put it as briefly as I can. I mean, why celebrate Black History Month in the first place, whether it's in Africa or in the United States, the UK, Ireland, and everywhere?
Thank you very much. I want to congratulate every one of us for the beginning of the Black History Month in America and in Nigeria. In UK, it is celebrated in the month of October. In the Caribbean, it's in April. The Obama administration wanted to unify that position for a single celebration of February, and it's an ongoing process. I want to say that after the advent of slavery and knowing the impact of slavery, coming out from slavery and racial segregation, which the Black race bore the brunt of bore the brunt of slavery and discrimination, racial discrimination, and so on. There came a historian, I can't remember his name right now, in 1926. He brought up the issue of the Negro History Week, which was being marked from 1926. Then President Ford, in 1976, officially from the United States, moved it from the celebration of a week to a whole month. It's important for the Black people all over the world to be able to connect with where they are going, where they are coming from. Do an evaluation of what has happened in their life over the years, and the evaluations keep going on. And this is why it's important to celebrate the Black race, because we have really come. We have really come a long way. We have really bore a lot. I think that most of the vices in the world has been born by the Black man. And it's important that we are able to connect to where we are coming from.
Okay, if you let me come in this time, I'd like to ask you, is there a sense in which, because many have argued against calling it Black history, that it limits the significance of the black man's contribution as far as the events in the world are concerned? Do you also, is there a sense in which you align your thoughts with that?
I don't see it limiting, because like it used to be a Negro week. Negroes are more like, you know, related with Americans, and it was expanded to accommodate the entire black race. That is why the black is there. The Black History Month in Nigeria was endorsed by the Goodluck administration in 2009, when the Goodluck administration was in power, and since then we've been celebrating it. There is nothing like a limitation, but what I can say is that we are, there is a continuous evaluation, knowing where we are coming from. That sense of, you can imagine what the black man has suffered as a slave, and going up to the era from, starting from slavery and slave trade, and coming up to the era of colonization, imperialism, and up till now. Look at what is happening on the high sea. You count how many black children from the black community are involved in the migrant boat. It's now, it used to be slave ship, but right now it has been upgraded, and a better word is, they are trying to make it palatable for us in using migrant ship. And so it's important to have that sense of that connectivity, that sense of where we're coming from. Is very, very, very important. It's very key to us. And so,
and that seems to be the missing link, because a lot of young people today don't have that sense of history, and there is no deliberate strategy to ensure that we don't forget where the black race is coming from, because there is a new concept. Neo-colonialism is still very much with us, and you talk about the migrant ships, you know, as against the slave ships of the past. How do we bridge this gap in such a way that Africa, down the line in another century, does not find itself talking about another kind of slavery?
Exactly, Ngozi. You see, we need to move history, discussing history in the past. And that's one of the strategies Black history is bringing to the table. First of all, we need to move this thing, the Black history celebration has been confined to United States. Now it has been endorsed by the Goodluck administration in Nigeria. And for us, we created a Black History Award platform to be able to, you know, create our own space and bring to the table, you know, our own part of the evaluation. Imagine those people who were the blacks in diaspora, well taken from Africa. If you listen to Bob Marley, he talked about Africa, keep telling about Africa, he keeps singing about Africa. There's one other song that says, "Ship took us away from Africa." All of them were taken from Africa, and that connectivity needs to be there, especially with our history. Now, one of the things we are working on now is, first of all, introduce a project where history will no longer be discussed in the past. History will be discussed in the present, because when you talk about history or what happened yesterday, started now. Our discussion right now, very soon will go into yesterday, and so we will discuss history in the present, and that will allow our children, that will allow people of tomorrow to actually connect with what happened and what has happened when they were not there, and it will give them that sense of belonging, sense of knowing where they should be and where they should not be.
All right.
All right.
I wonder if, you know, to your mind, Ogaba, you have, do we have any bright lights that deserve to be recognized in this present age as far as Africa is concerned?
Yes, there are a lot of bright lights. Like I said, establishing the Black History Awards, we are going to bring to the forefront, and we're creating a platform where all of us, it will be all inclusive.
Okay.
It will no longer be something that has to do with America.
All right.
It will all be inclusive.
All right.
Of the entire Black Africa.
Thank
All
you
right,
very much.
CEO Black History Award, Ogaba Prosper. I would thank you very much indeed for sharing your thoughts.
Thank you very
us.
much for having me. Right. And happy celebration.
Yes, indeed. We hope that our kids, you know, will learn a lot about Africa.
Yes.
We built the Gizas of Egypt. Of course, so many great discoveries and inventions of the black man that have been left untold.